This is by far the most dealers I've ever seen in this building. Today I am at the auction and I am not expecting to buy anything. The reason being is because tax time has already hit. It's hit us, it's hit all these dealers out here. So now they're here to pay crazy prices for these cars. And I'm coming here to show you. So I'm gonna show you what prices some of these cars are bringing. And I am just kind of walking around having fun. That's what today is about, because prices are most likely going to be insane. So dealers right now are hungry. What are they hungry for? They're hungry for tacos. See that line? That's why I like this auction. They take care of us. They brought a taco truck, taco somebody in there, but you can see all those dealers are waiting in line for those tacos. And the auction's about to start, so I don't know what they're going to do. I guess they're just going to have to run over dealers waiting in line for tacos. So before the inside auction will start, what they do is they run all these cars. They're called inoperable, right? So they don't run, either the motor's bad, transmission bad, something wrong with these cars where they can't run through the auction. So they'll bring dealers out here that want to buy this kind of stuff, and they'll auction them off. I don't know, let's see if you can hear, but they're actually auctioning off right now. They're still auctioning off that car right now, but all these cars right here, since they can't run, they're towed in and you have to tow them out. So if any of these guys buy these cars, they have to bring in their tow trucks and literally wheel them out. And those cars are absolutely as is. So if you raise your hand, then you bought it, and it's going on your truck to your house or your lot, wherever. But you gotta take it. You gotta tow it out. All right, so auction's about to start. Alex is still in line for tacos, but we got this one coming through first. So whenever the auction starts, I'm gonna bid on it because he's over there, and we're gonna go up to 2,800 bucks, and probably not gonna be able to touch it. So yeah, I'll tell you about that in just a second. Let's go. Try to start at 5,000. Drop down to 15. Start bidding on it now. 21, 2, now 3, now 4. 26, go ahead, now 7. He's on me for 2,800. I just hit it for 3,000. Alex told me 2,800, but I hit it for 3,000. Yep, I'm out now. It's up to $3,400. Up to $3,500. Brought $3,500 and they sold it. All right, I think I snuck up on him. There he is. So Alex has not felt good lately, so he's not been at the auction. So that means I've been going to some of these auctions, but we're so busy at the shop. I asked Alex, I said, since you're not feeling that great today, is it better for you to come to the auction, or because I can handle it and he can stay at the shop and take it easy? And he was like, we're so busy right now that, you know what, it might be a break to go to the auction.
I wouldn't have been able to stop moving.
Yeah, so right now, as much as we move around, check out cars and everything today, we are more laid back here at the auction than our sales staff is at the shop. So I like that. Alex found something bad. There we go.
A little chunky on there.
A little chunky. So here, we'll point this out. So if you're looking at a car and you see any chunkiness, you think like a baby's diaper, like a newborn, where it's got that gritty little, if you're not a parent and you still have hopes and dreams and stuff like that, think about like a milkshake. But this is not the kind of milkshake that you want to see. Yeah. So this is probably head gasket, so we're just going to go ahead and stay away from this one. Yeah. Yep.
On to the next.
On to the next. All right, this one's too blue not to check it out, and honestly, we're gonna have to get this one for the thumbnail, I think. The thumbnail is the little picture you click on to watch the video. It's a 2015 Wrangler. It's got 101,000 miles on it. There you go. Yeah, very blue, very blue. Probably gonna need some tires pretty soon. It's not rusty though. Look, that's what I like about Wranglers. You can go ahead and tell if they're rusty without having to crawl underneath them. Oh, there you go. Yeah, all this body looks good. Body looks good. I don't think, those tires. Yeah, this tires, that's dangerous. That thing's almost slick. I don't know if you can see it. That's bad. Bad. Yep, so it's going to need some new tires, and tires on this are going to cost what? Probably, what is that, $500 a tire? almost $2,000 for tires. It's going to need them too. So you got to factor that in when you're looking at a Jeep like this if you're going to buy it. All right, trying to ask for $19,000 on this Jeep. Down to $14,000. They got bids coming in. There you go. All of this looks pretty rough. Yeah, inside, but I mean, this is almost standard for a Jeep, right? So it's going to be kind of nasty. Seats are going to be stained. I mean, they're made to be played in, right? So people play, and they don't take the best of care of them. So anyway, pretty rough, but we'll check it out, see what somebody will pay. I've got 14-1. All right, so that Jeep's already out, rolling out. We're still trying to get bids on it. Only have 14,100 right now.
You want to price that one, David?
Says they're not even close. Not even close. They need $16,000 out of it.
16, Mr. Fletcher, 16 grand.
Trying to ask the buyer if he wants to come up at all.
Number 9, here's a 15.
All right, no sale, no sale, no sale. All right, what is that? That's the frumpiest little thing I've ever seen. All right, so check this out. See all these dealers around me. This is by far the most dealers I've ever seen in this building. Tax time's here. It's crazy. All right, let's check this one out. This is a cool little car. It's a 2010 Lexus. I think it's an IS something. It's got 135,000 miles. Let's get the exact numbers on it. Yes, IS 250C. Yeah, cool little car. It's convertible. It's got a hard top. I just saw a guy move it down, and I saw that the top does work.
Hard top convertible.
Said the top goes down, the price goes up. I'm trying to start at $5,000. Oh, he's got a bid at $5,000. Oh, that's rare on a Lexus, especially one that's like this. Typically see these things taken care of very well, but this one is not. Outside looks great. Inside does not look good. So just keep this in mind, because typically with cars like this, little sporty cars, the type of person that's going to buy something like this, it needs to be right. So that's going to ding it a lot on price. At least it should. But it's a 2010, 135,000 miles. We'll check it out.
Now 6.
Up to $5,500.
57,
It's rolling out. We're still bidding on it. Up to $5,900. 6,000. 6,100. 62, 63, 64, 65. 6,800. All right, we're up to $7,000. Lexus is still out, but we're still bidding on it. We got $7,200 and we sold it. $7,200 and we sold it. So a lot of these cars around here are independent dealer cars, and we usually don't see this many independent cars run at this auction on a weekly basis, but a lot of these independent dealers, they probably are planning the same way that we do at our shop, where, okay, if we've got some stuff that we need to get rid of, but we don't necessarily want to sell it to the general public, maybe some problems that we're not willing to fix or whatever, we usually save those for tax time, and then when tax time hits, we dump them at auction because we don't want to sell them to a customer, but we can sell them to another dealer, and then they can choose to fix them or not or whatever. But I don't want to have them on my lot. So a lot of these dealers have probably done the same thing, and now they know that these tax checks have hit. So what they're doing is they're dumping a lot of their rejects, a lot of their junk, a lot of stuff that they don't want to deal with at the auction right now, because they know, same thing I know, the same thing I'm telling you, is prices right now at auction are going to spike. They're going to be elevated. So stuff like this, that they might not want to deal with this window regulator, they might be able to get out of this car right now because dealers are willing to pay more money because they know that they're selling more. It's for a short amount of time, but there's money to be had right now, both on the retail customer side and both on the dealer side. They're willing to pay up. So that's the same thing we do. We save some cars for auction and we dump them this time of year, and that's why you're seeing a lot of other independent dealers bringing cars to auction, because they know the same thing I know. All right, so check this out. Usually I will show you cars that look like this and are nasty and parts missing on them and just completely destroyed, paint like that, scratches all over it. Usually when I show you a vehicle that's like this, it's a repo. Guess what? This one's not a repo. This is a trade-in. The reason I know it's a trade-in is because it comes from a franchise dealer, and they're not repoing cars to bring to auction. Most of their loans are going through a bank or whatever. The banks will deal with that. But the franchise dealers, the cars that come here are trade-ins. So there's a handle missing. So somebody traded in a car like that. They were driving this every single day with all that junk. And usually when people will trade in a vehicle, they'll make it look a little bit better so they get a little bit more value for their trade-in. So this is probably the cleaned up version of what this car looks like. There you go. And if I buy this car, all of this can be mine. And I think there's some unmentionables over there in the corner, so we need to shut that down. Let me go wash my hands. There's hand sanitizer. I need to carry around hand sanitizer. I've seen those little hand sanitizer necklaces. Just have them, you pop one open. I need to, it feels sick. Yeah, I think it got in my nose. Gross. All right, we're getting tons and tons and tons of views every week, but you're not hitting the subscribe button. Let me know what I need to do to get you to hit that subscribe button. Please do it. Please do it and like this video. Thank you. All right, here's a RAV4. We always like check these when we get here, and let's try not to get ran over while we're showing you this. There you go. There's that side. Overall body looks very good. Yeah. No, I don't see any problems with the body on this one. Maybe a few scratches here or there, but overall it looks very good. All right, he just said hole in the top. All that means is sunroof. Trying to start at $8,500. All right, inside. Yeah, it looks good. A little dirty, a little trash. Not too worried about that at all. Seats look good. They don't look ripped off. Is that a stain or is that like that stain? That's some stainage in the back. Overall, it's still pretty good. I would give it a 6 or 7 out of 10. But it's a RAV4, highly desirable. So check it and see what dealers want to pay for this. Dropped it down $7,500, $7,000. Still no bids. Down to $6,500, no bids. Down to $5,000. I think still no bids. It's going to finish over $5,000. Down to $2,500. Got bids rolling in. $3,200.
33, 34,
up to 33.
36, 37,
Up to 36.
39, 4 grand, 4 grand,
Up to $3,900.
39 here, 39.
And brought $3,900 and put it on a phone call. I would assume that one's probably not getting done. So that's a good deal. And good deals really aren't a thing right now, so probably not going to get done. If bid or phone call means that didn't bring enough money in lane, they're going to try to get the deal done after the sale. All right, something that's very interesting to me is even with this many dealers at this auction today, even with the prices being so crazy, there's still some no sales that are happening. So I don't know what some of these selling dealers here at this auction are waiting for. Are they waiting for there to be more dealers? This is the peak right now. Right now is the peak of pricing for wholesale, because we're the week after tax time has hit. So if they're not willing to sell at the prices that are happening right now, they're never going to sell those cars. So the selling dealers, if you're watching this, like this is tax season, right? It's not getting any better than this. This is it. See all these dealers in here? Now's when you need to sell. It's the peak. It's the peak. It's the peak. Sell it. All right, we'll check out this one. I get asked about Toyota Siennas all the time. This is a 2013. It's got 143,000 miles. Body looks good. Tires look pretty good. Little scratches here and there. Actually, that tire is rough right there, but overall the body looks pretty good. All right, trying to get $11,000 on it. Dropped it down $10,500. Dropped it all the way down to $9,000. Still no bids. Check the inside. Oh, yep. Kind of rough. Let's see, yeah, it still works though. Usually when you see stuff like that, you'll see rips in the seats, but I do not see any of that. It's actually pretty clean, and that's that's rare for a van. If any of you parents know, it's tough to have seats that are like that in a minivan that do not have stains all over them. There's one stain right there from some spillage, but overall pretty good. Little things here or there, but we'll check the price on this one. Down to $8,000. 6,000. 6,000. We got a bid now. All right, we got bids coming in now, up to $6,300, $6,400,
67 now,
66, 67. All right, it's already rolled out. See, it's gone. It's already out. We're still bidding on it. Up to $7,000. All right, we got $7,200, $7,300.
76.
Up to $7,500.
77, sir. 77.
All right, we're up to $7,600. 77 now.
77.
All that Sienna, we got $7,700. They put it on a phone call, put it on an if bid. All right, this one says no run title problem. All that means is that there's some kind of title issue that they figured out right before the auction, and because there's a title issue, they don't want to sell it yet, so they're not going to run it through the auction today. No run, it's not going to run, there's a title issue. Okay, we can check this one out. This is a Jeep Cherokee. It's not a Grand Cherokee, it's just a little one. It's I like the way they do this little design. It looks cool to me. It's still Jeep and it's still a little one, so not a great vehicle, but it looks decent. It's a 2014 Cherokee. It's got 79,000 miles outside. Like I said, I like the look of it. Looks like it's put together well. It's got Michelin's and looks like brand new tires. Outside body looks great. Yeah, this is a good looking car. Somebody took care of this one. All right, asking for $15,500. Drop down all the way to $8,000. Check the inside. Inside looks just about as good as the outside. I don't see any rippage or anything like that. A little dirty, but nothing that can't be cleaned. Overall, I mean, steering wheel's got a few little spaces, but overall, looks very good. We'll check this one out. We got bids rolling in up to $9,000, up to $94,000, up to $10,000 already. It's rolling out. We're still bidding on it. $10,600. All right, next one's rolling in. Still bidding on that Jeep. We got $10,400. $10,400. Put it on the if. Put it on a phone call. All right, this one is a bad transmission, only runs in first gear. So they're actually going to be able to run this through the auction because it will run through. Luckily, it doesn't have to be so fast to go through the auction because this one's not. All right, just your real quick repo update. So this whole row right here are going to be your repo cars, and typically this dealer that brings a lot of the repos here, they usually come to about halfway, and now you see it's the whole lineup. And here's the problem. So we're in tax time right now. The time period throughout the year where the most repos happen are about a month after tax checks get here. And it's sad to talk about, but it's a reality. So what happens is that people will get their tax refunds, they'll go put a down payment on one of these cars that they think they can continue the monthly payments, and they find out very quickly. And when I say very quickly, it's like 2 or 3 payments in that they're just not going to pay for it. So what will often happen is they'll just stop paying for it, and then a lot of these buy here pay here dealers, they'll get all these down payments, and then they'll 2 months after go pick up the cars, and they'll either wind up here at the auction or they will wind up back on their lots. And a lot of times, if it's a short term, basically a short-term rental at that point, where they put the down payment down and they make one payment and then they stop paying for it. Customer has the car, 2 months at that point. It's a short-term rental, basically. That dealer will get the car back, and it's not in bad enough shape at that point because the customer hasn't had it for too terribly long to mess it up, that they'll just sell it again on their lot. And it's just a vicious cycle of, what is it? It's just a bad economic cycle that goes through the lower end of our economy when these people get a little bit of money, they think they can buy a car, they think they can sustain the monthly payments, and they can't, and the cars end up here for us to buy. Here we go. We'll throw one of these repos into the mix. This is a 2017 Elantra. It's got 153,000 miles. The outside body looks actually pretty good. Yeah. Overall, it's pretty good. Usually expect these cars to be pretty ripped up with it being a repo. All right, here's that Elantra. It's a repo trying to start at $5,000. Inside, yep. This pretty bad on the inside. You see stainage everywhere. And you know, I caught myself because usually I'll put my hand down and I'll lean on the seat to look over, and then I feel gross about it. But I'm not going to do that this time. I'm not going to touch anything, in fact. There we go. We're going to look at all this stuff, all the stains everywhere. This is what the typical repo looks like. And to be quite honest with you, this is actually better than what the typical repo looks like. So anyway, we'll check this out and show you what a dealer is going to pay for this one. All right, drop down $3,000. They got money now. All right, got bids coming in. Up to $3,600. This guy's yelling right here in lane. He's getting bids from the other dealers. Up to $4,700. $4,800. All right, got $4,800 and they sold it. And good deals really aren't just. And good deals. Yeah, tow it out. Tow truck. I'm having too much fun today.